Happy Sunday, everybody. We're going to be skateboarding to the Brooklyn Bridge. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hey, Sunshine, what's going on? Sunshine, we're going to be skateboarding to the Brooklyn Bridge today. Hey, Toilet Brush. Hope everybody has had a good Sunday. I spent the entire Sunday working, but that's okay. Hey, Soho. So we're going to skateboard to the Brooklyn Bridge. Potentially we will skateboard over the bridge. I guess it just depends on how the weather is. So thanks everybody for joining. Sunshine, Toilet Brush, Soho Guy. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hi Rivas, what's going on? Hopefully you're well. Had a good Sunday and all. We're here in Central Park. Hey, and Lupe's here. What's up, Lupe? Tonight we're gonna go to the Brooklyn Bridge. So I hope everybody had a good Sunday. Lupe says, how you doing? Have a good weekend? Yeah, I had a pretty good weekend. Today was a little bit busy, surprisingly. I was working on a couple presentations for some clients that I have to give tomorrow. So tomorrow should be a very busy day at work. How about you, Lupe? How was your weekend? Rivas is supposed to hit 109. Wow. Rivas 109 degrees tomorrow? That's crazy. It's too hot for me. Orland Edwards, what's going on? How are you? I'm doing well. I just finished work. Had to do a lot of work today. But we're going to be skateboarding to the Brooklyn Bridge. Orland Edwards, welcome to the stream. So we're at Central Park South, near all the horses and all that stuff. And these two buildings are the Time Warner Center here at Central Park South. And we're right across the street from the New York Athletic Club, a very famous athletic club here in New York. Lupe says, me too, it was fine. Had a deadline today, now I'm chillaxing. Nice, it's the way to go. Is he wearing a coat? I didn't see which guy you were talking about. But we're here on Billionaires Row. And we're gonna be skateboarding down to the Brooklyn Bridge tonight. So this building is 157, and it's right next to the Steinway building. And then this building is Central Park Tower, all the way up here. And I believe this is now the tallest residential apartment building in New York. Orland Edwards, hopefully you had a good weekend, my friend. Lupe says she had a long coat on. I guess I'm surprised because it's over 90 degrees today. It's actually not too hot in the city. It was actually kind of a cold weekend. Well, for June at least. So now we're on 57th Street and 7th Avenue. But we're gonna make a right and we're gonna head down to Broadway, because I believe it's a little bit safer to skateboard down Broadway. Hey, the Swan is here. What's up, the Swan? The Swan is our good friend from Ireland. Always good to have the Swan in the chat. The Swan, how is Ireland? Is it good? Hope you had a good weekend. JD Fisher, what's going on? So this is the back side, or I should say the front side, of the Nordstrom building, or you could call it Central Park Tower, and it's all lit up for Pride. But look at how tall it is. It goes up so far. And it's right next to 157 right here, as well as the Steinway Tower. Orlin says, I had a good weekend, now prepping my lecture notes for the week. I know how that is, man. Well, good luck. Good luck. The Swan says it was 24 degrees Celsius today. Didn't go outside, hate warm weather. The Swan, I'm the complete opposite. I love warm weather. But hopefully you had a good relaxing weekend in the house. I'm assuming you were hanging out with the cats, the Swan. JD Fisher, what's up? Out and About. So Out and About is our good pal from Toronto, Canada. She does a lot of cool videos, biking videos around Toronto. So go check out our friend Out and About. So it should be a good ride tonight. We should get to the Brooklyn Bridge in about 45 minutes. JD Fisher, how are you? Hey, Cosmo. Cosmo also does some cool videos here. So check out Cosmo's Scary. What's up, Cosmo? Hope you're well. Soho guy says, I'd love to live on this street. I would too. 57th Street is Billionaires Row. Bill's Row, yeah, Soho guy, absolutely correct. I'm not sure which one I would want to live in more. What would you guys want to live in? Do you want to live in the Central Park Tower, which is right here? 157, which is right there, or behind it is Steinway Tower. I think I would want to live in 157 because 157 looks a little bit cooler. I like the top, the curved glass, but let me know what you guys think. I think it looks cool. But Central Park Tower also looks cool. So I would want to live in that one. The Swan, home repairs all weekend. That sucks. Soho guy says Steinway Tower. Okay. Out and About says, am I going to bump into Fernando? He is live. Oh, cool. I'm not sure. Probably not. I'm going to go to the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm going to skate down to the Brooklyn Bridge tonight. and we will take Broadway down. But I hope everybody is well. Hope everybody's doing okay. Had a good weekend. Riva says they're both too high for me, but if I had to pick one, Central Park Tower. That's a good choice. The only reason why I would pick 157 is because I like the architecture, the curved top. But besides that, you know, they're pretty much all the same, I guess. Hey Carmen, we have Carmen in the chat. I'm not sure I've seen Carmen before, so welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat, and I hope you had a really good weekend, my friend. So we're down Broadway, we're passing the Late Show, and we're gonna make our way down to the Brooklyn Bridge. There's clear skies, we should have no rain, so we should make it there in about 45 minutes to an hour. On the skateboard, so we should be good. Film Mission, yeah, the bike paths are, I think they just paved this entire road, Broadway. That's why I like skateboarding down Broadway, so no rocks, a little bit safer. But welcome to the stream, my friend. Yeah, Lupe says hopefully a sunset from the Brooklyn Bridge. Film Mission, welcome. I believe Film Mission is also from Canada, a friend from Canada. So we have a lot of Canadians watching the streams. That's always good. We love Canada. So out and about, it's Canadian. I believe Mark is Canadian. Film Mission says you live in New York City. Now in Toronto, I'll be back soon. Got it? So many people out on motorbikes tonight. Soho guy says, wow, amazing. The roads have little to no trash. The density in New York City kind of scares you, the Swan? Okay. Well, thank you everybody for being here. I know we have a lot of new viewers and subscribers, so thank you for everybody for joining. Hey JD Fisher, what's going on? think the road is closed. It looks like there's a Puerto Rican parade. Yeah, it looks like this is a Puerto Rican parade. Wow. Yeah, New York City is like the rest of America. It's super America on steroids, says Soho guy. Film Mission says, I find it easier to ride in New York City streets than Toronto, by the way. The Swan, I agree. The Swan says, what's that guy doing with one leg on the bike and one leg on the seat? It's very dangerous. Cosmo, I have not been to Puerto Rico. Wow. Well, I don't know what that was about. I didn't know the Puerto Rican Day Parade was now. Times Square is really crazy tonight. Hey, Sunshine New York, what's up? Sunshine, New York. Hope you had a good weekend. We're gonna skateboard down to the Brooklyn Bridge tonight. Yeah, so it looks like there was a Puerto Rican parade. But I think every year in New York there's a Puerto Rican Day parade. I'm not sure if it's different than this. Hey Lady Orleans, hope you had a good weekend too. I was working pretty much all day today, but it wasn't too stressful. Sort of relaxed. Worked on some presentation stuff. Hope you had a good weekend, my friend. Alright, so we're almost near 34th Street, Herald Square. And we have In America 3 joining the chat. In America 3, hope you had a good weekend so far. It's Sunday night. In America 3, we're going to be skateboarding down to the Brooklyn Bridge. And we're here at 34th Street, Herald Square. All right, we'll take a little break at Macy's here. Seems to be a lot of people here at Herald Square. Lady Orleans says, I went for a hike with friends and repotted some plants. Nice. Sounds like a good weekend. Soho says he likes the Empire State Building. I do too, it looks pretty cool. The purple on the Empire State Building is beautiful. I'm not sure why it's lit up, but it looks nice. Out and About, is it still open? Is Macy's still open? I think so. I think Macy's is still open. JD Fisher, I'm good. How are you, my friend? Toilet brush salesman, how are you? Empire State Building looks really, really nice tonight. Toilet brush says he's fine. Cool. JD says he's also well. That's always good. So now we are near Koreatown. West 33rd Street. JD, your chest is hurting. In America 3 says, am I still taking care of my friend's dog? No, I'm not. But it was fun. It was fun while it lasted. Sunshine, New York says, I'm sorry I had to block JD. He's an 11-year-old child who should not be interacting with adults. And I would like... Hey, Patrick. Hey, Patrick NYC. We're skateboarding to the Brooklyn Bridge tonight. And right ahead of us, you can see the World Trade Center, or the Freedom Tower. Hope everybody has a good rest of the weekend here on here at 32nd Street, Korea Way in Koreatown. And this is the Smith. All right, and we'll take a little break once we get to Madison Square Park. All right, now we're near the Flatiron building. Yes, it's such a lovely night. I agree. All right, so now we're on Broadway and West 24th Street. Broadway and West 24th, near Italy, the Flatiron building. Hey, and JL's here. JL, welcome to the stream, my friend. We're gonna be skateboarding to the Brooklyn Bridge tonight. Before that, I gotta take a pit stop in Madison Square Park. And there seems to be a lot of people now. Thank you for everybody joining the stream. Hopefully everybody can enjoy. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the stream. And the Empire State Building looks really nice tonight. Hey Patrick NYC. Hey Lupe. JL, welcome to the stream. Real says the glide skate across the road is very therapeutic. Yeah, guys, let's all just try to have a good time, you know, no big deal. JL, not yet. I need to watch some of the replays on the flat screen. MWS, welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here. Thank you for all the new viewers and all the new subscribers. I appreciate it. Lupe, you may visit New York in July. That's awesome. We'd love to have you here. What's in Madison Square Park, Tom? Lady Orleans, let's check it out now. Out and About says the Empire State Building is purple and gold in honor of the Westminster. Oh, the dog show. Okay. The Empire State Building does look beautiful tonight, guys, so I really appreciate you coming along for the ride. Joanne from the UK, always good to have you in the stream, my friend. I hope you're well. I hope you had a good weekend. So we'll take a little trip around Madison Square Park, but the Shake Shack, there's a Shake Shack in Madison Square Park as well, so we'll take a look at that. We're just going to be skating around to relax a little bit before the workday on Monday. I'm going to take a little break on the bench, guys, before we go all the way down there. I had a pretty busy day, so a little bit tired. So please understand. I apologize. Lupe says 200 subs by Wednesday. Hopefully, you know, I think we're growing the channel pretty big, and I appreciate everybody being a part of it. MWS, thank you for being here. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Hey, and Michael DaCosta, is in the chat. We got Michael in the chat. Joanne Stonley, I'm good, thank you. So In America 3 says, is more people commuting to downtown now? I would say, yeah, I've been seeing a big influx of more people. So that's good news. Patrick NYC says, we are your friends, JD. Absolutely, we're all friends here. We're all just hanging out. Yeah, these dogs are really nice. There's a big dog park in here, so it's a cool place to come dog watching. Hey, Michelle McGraw, what's up? Michelle says, watching Tom. Hello, hope you've had a nice weekend. Michelle, hope you had a good weekend too, my friend. We're just relaxing before the work week tomorrow. This is a pretty cool high-rise building. Lupe says, you like your outfit? I do too. The Swan says, no need to apologize, skateboarder. You worked overtime. Yep, no problem. The Swan, always good to have you on the streams. Always good to have everybody on the streams. Patrick NYC is our good friend. Michelle's a good friend. JL's a good friend of ours. Lupe, all of you guys out and about. MWS. So this, all of the lights over there is the Shake Shack. And here we are at the Shake Shack. And just for the Swan, we have a beautiful view of the Shake Shack and a beautiful view of the Empire State Building. And for anybody wondering, this is Madison Square Park. Near the Shake Shack. Yeah, Madison Square Park is a really nice park. I don't come here too often, but when I do, it's always nice to sort of take a look at everybody outside. JL, hopefully this looks nice on the TV. Out and About says, I can go for one of their double cheeseburgers. Ooh, I can too. With bacon and fries. I know. So I actually like, I think I like Five Guys better than Shake Shack, to be honest. Out and About, have you had Five Guys by chance? The Swan, I knew you would love this view of the Empire State Building, my friend. JD Fisher, yes. Everybody, just let's just try to relax tonight. Everybody, just try to get along and let's just all hang out. Have a good stream. Oh, Out and About says, no, I haven't. There's no Five Guys in Toronto. That is such a bummer. Well, Out and About, I can almost guarantee that if you like Shake Shack, you're gonna like Five Guys more. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe that's not true, but you gotta try it. If you come to the United States, you gotta try it. The worst place for hamburgers that I've ever had is the place that everybody loves. I hate that place. I forget the name. It's in California, it's in Vegas. But I don't think it's good. I really don't think it's good. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name. In-N-Out, that's it. In-N-Out. I don't like In-N-Out at all. In-N-Out is not good. I just think it's too small, in my opinion. Like the portion sizes at In-N-Out are really, really terrible. Yes, Reels. I'm so glad you agree with me. Reels, it's too small, right? It's not, like I don't get it. It's just like so small. I don't get it. Wow, these flowers are really nice, guys. Let's take a look to enjoy these flowers real quick. Yes, Michelle McGraw, thank you. I don't know what's going on with me tonight, guys. I'm forgetting everything. In America 3, all of a sudden got dark. Absolutely. So we're Madison Square Park. Reels, I totally agree. The 2-bite burgers, not good. I think Five Guys is way better. Hey, Andrew. What's up, Andrew? G'day from OZ from Australia. Our friend from Australia, Andrew's here. Always a good time when Andrew's in the house. JL says overpriced. My daughter didn't care for it either. She said it was a huge disappointment, Michelle McGraw says. Lupe, the flowers look beautiful here. Really, really beautiful. Yes, out and about. You gotta try it. You have to try it. Lupe, I'm not sure what the flowers are called. Lupe says, Tom, you're making me hungry. I'm starving now. Hey, Lena Sandoval. How are you, Lena? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well, my friend. And this is Madison Square Park. Lena says she is good. How am I? I'm pretty good. I was just working a lot today. These trees look pretty cool that they planted. JL says, Tom, I believe Fernando is heading in my direction. Oh, nice. I'm gonna go to the Brooklyn Bridge tonight. We'll see if there's a good view. Andrew says, just had to poke my head in, have a good skate. Well, Andrew, have a good day, my friend. Have a good Monday. It is Monday for Andrew now, I'm assuming. And we have Gerald Lee. Hey, Gerald. Gerald, hope you had a good weekend, my friend. Yeah, sunshine. I don't know what these trees are for, but they are nice. It almost looks like we're in a forest. Gerald Lee, welcome to the stream. Hope you had a great weekend, my friend. When you're hungry, you really don't care about the size of or the price. That is true, JL. You just inhale it and you feel better. Totally agree. JD, yeah, let's just all, hang out, everybody. Let's enjoy the stream. JD, always happy to have you here, my friend. Out and About says, I was going to say that a forest in the city. I know, crazy. Hey, Mallowhawk's here. What's up, Mallowhawk? So everybody, here's the ride that we have tonight. This is the contraption that cruises us around town every night, or every other night when I stream. So yeah, Mallowhawk says, oh, it's called A Ghost Forest in New York's Madison Square Park is a haunting reminder of the climate crisis. The art installation by architect, Maya Lin is made up of 49 dead Atlantic white cedar trees. Mallowhawk, that is a fantastic fact you just dropped in the chat. That is so interesting. Thank you for sharing that with us. Let me see if there's a sign that could explain that, because that's actually really moving. That's really powerful. Thank you for sharing that. Maybe this sign will sort of explain the same thing that Mallowhawk was saying to us. Oh, you're right, Mallowhawk. Yeah, so this is, that's really moving. That's really, really cool. The Ghost Forest. It's on view through November 14th of 2021. So if anybody wants to see this, it is in Madison Square Park. The Ghost Forest. Thank you, JD. Yeah, so for anybody that wants to scan the QR code on the screen to learn more about it, I'll try to zoom in best I can. So maybe you guys can listen to it. All right, so we'll continue on our way here. That's really cool. I never knew it was about climate change. Hey, NYC Cherry Groove. We got to see NYC Cherry Groove in the flesh last night, which was pretty cool. NYC Cherry Groove says Fernando is in Washington Square Park. Nice. If we want to say hi. Yeah, NYC Cherry Groove. We are going to the Brooklyn Bridge tonight. So maybe we'll take a pit stop in Washington Square Park and say hi to Fernando. We were actually at Fernando's place on the last stream on the Upper West Side. We were hanging out with Fernando on the stream. NYC Cherry Groove, good seeing you last night too on the stream. That was awesome. Toilet Brush, how are you? So the Ghost Forest. I may come back here tomorrow to see it during the daytime. All right, so we're at the 23rd Street station where you can get the R and the W trains. Malahawk says, I saw it when I was in New York City. I thought it looked cool and it looked beautiful. And then I read the plaque. Okay. And was surprised to find out about it. Yeah, Malahawk, that's interesting that they did that. Reels, NYC Cherry Groove was on Fernando's stream last night, so we got to meet the one and the only NYC Cherry Groove. Michael DeCosta says, where are you at now? We are in Madison Square Park.
She texted me last night and she said something and I was like,
MWS says, who is Tom here? I think that's me. My name is Tom. MWS, nice to meet you. I like how they keep the majority of the streets open for walking. Oh, and now we have the Empire State Building changing colors here. Yes, and I appreciate all of the new people that are subscribing to the channel. I get your notifications while I'm streaming, but it goes away too fast. But anybody who is subscribing, I do appreciate it very much. Thank you, everybody. Welcome, and hopefully you're enjoying the streams. Razzle Dazzle's here, Razzle Dazzle 786. Greetings from Cali. Hope you're well, Tom. Well, I hope you're well too, my friend. Hope you had a good weekend. Whose statue? I think it was some Secretary of State, William something, but I forget. The Swan. I'll have to go back and look another day. Yeah, there's so many dogs in New York City, 100%. Sunshine New York says this makes me want to drive. The Soho guy says, hey Tom, I remember when you had 68 subs. I know, I do too. I mean, we've been growing pretty fast, which is kind of crazy. I never thought this many people would be interested in skateboarding around the city, but I appreciate it. And I hope you guys are enjoying the streams. Hopefully, it sort of makes your day a little bit better. You can relax. Oh, nice name, thank you. Nice to meet you as well. Wall Street Skate Bro. MWS, glad to have you here. Good to meet you. Toilet Brush Salesman says, has your pet dog ever been in the city in America 3? I'm wondering that as well. Sunshine says, hey guys, please hit the like button. Oh, I appreciate that, Sunshine. Yeah, we're almost at 200, so. I appreciate everybody. But then again, just like 2 streams ago, I think in America 3, said when the channel is a little bit smaller like mine, it's actually more fun because, we get to interact more, we get to talk to each other. I think if the channel grows too big, the chat may be going crazy and I can't sort of talk to anybody. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens. Man, I just can't get over the Empire State Building. I mean, I'm from New York, but it just looks beautiful every time. Yeah, Lena, the Empire State Building looks amazing tonight. Yeah, Reels says it's a POV us non-skaters get to enjoy. Reels was streaming last night or the night before from Las Vegas. And it was really cool because we got to see a Shark Tank person from Shark Tank that was in Vegas selling coconut water, which was cool. Could you imagine being on Shark Tank? Seeing Kevin O'Leary and all those guys? That must have been intimidating, like trying to pitch these guys your product. That's nuts. But so far, we're having a good ride on the skateboard tonight. East 17th Street, Union Square. Thanks, man. Union Square is kind of dead tonight. But it's still nice nonetheless. Fourteenth Street, Union Square. Near the Whole Foods in Union Square Park. This kid's good. We'll check out the skaters here, because some of these kids are really good. They can do some crazy tricks, and I want you guys to see. in America 3 says, who's singing? I'm not sure. I think he was just drumming. Toilet brush says the little kid better leave a tip. That's funny. So many rocks on this road. Michelle, no, I can't sing. Someone timed out in America 3. I didn't. What does timeout mean? Five-minute timeout.
No dog. Let me peg. So you say hi. I will.
You guys, let's not, no need to timeouts. We're just hanging out, we're cruising, we're chilling. We're having a good night before the week. So we're near St. Mark's Place. NYC Cherry Groove, what's up? Lady Orleans, what's going on? Ooh, there was a rat that just ran right underneath. The Cube, yes, Sunshine After Rain, the Cube. You can come here. It's on East 8th Street, and you can sort of push it around. Kmart is still around. I know, Lady Orleans, crazy. So I actually bought a t-shirt in this Kmart 2 years ago. Because I fell down and ripped my shirt. So yeah, this is East 8th Street. If you continue down to the east side, you'll get to the East Village, which is very famous for St. Mark's Place, which is a big party sort of area for the college kids. We won't go there tonight, but maybe we'll go there on another stream. St. Mark's is extremely fun, gets really, really crazy, but we will not go there tonight. Lena says, no, not a rat. I know, terrible. Hey, Film Mission says St. Mark's right there. Yes. Yep. St. Mark's is a very fun place. It gets kind of crazy there, so I guess it just really depends on your personality if you like that kind of stuff. But St. Mark's is very popular for the New York University students that are here, or really any of the students that are here from like Pace or anything. It doesn't look like we could skateboard over this. The Swan. I think this is where all the rats come from. All the garbage. So this is Astor Place, Wines and Spirits, very popular sort of wine store here. Sunshine After Rain says Ratatouille making spaghetti. It's funny. So I think tonight should be pretty clear, so we should be able to see everything on the Brooklyn Bridge. Film Mission says I'm in your hood. Nice. Soho is a great area, man. I really, really like it here. Sunshine After Rain says it was a cartoon. I think it was a movie, wasn't it? Wasn't it a movie, Ratatouille, the movie or something? I think it was a movie. This is one of my favorite things about Soho is the streets. It's not really good for skating, obviously. I mean, it's pretty impossible to skate on these streets, but it looks cool. Like the original cobblestone streets of Soho. Looks awesome. Yeah, Lupe, the buildings in Soho are some of my favorite. Down here is a very good coffee shop. Really, really good coffee shop in the city. And this is a famous clothing store, like streetwear store. It's called Kith. The Swans is kind of getting into the old part of New York City. Yeah, so this is like a streetwear brand, designer clothes, people. This place is always packed here in Soho. Lady Orleans is one of your favorite places, is Soho, and you would live here if you could afford it. I think I would too. Just because it has character. Like the city, this part of the city has a lot of character. Right here on Bleecker Street Station, you can get the BDFM and the 6 train. And they tag up these poles here pretty well. Lupe says you saw Zane in Soho once. I like Zane. He's a good guy. So this is the store Kith. It's very, very popular. It's like a streetwear store here. It's a really beautiful night here in New York. Right here on Mulberry Street. Yeah, Lupe says you live anywhere in New York. Well, I mean, it just really depends, Lupe, on where you live. Some parts are not really that expensive. It just really depends on where you live. So here's the coffee shop I was telling you about. It's on Lafayette Street. Gasoline Alley Coffee, very good. Lupe said he was walking down the street like it was nothing, didn't want to be rude. I respect that. I have tons of respect for that. So we're gonna make our way down to the Brooklyn Bridge. I like these apartments directly in front of us. And this one is probably my favorite one on the block. And this guy stopped right in the crosswalk, which is always good. Mod Squad. So funny. Ooh, they're doing a cool photo shoot there. Here, I'll turn around so you guys can see. That was a really cool photo shoot. That's the good thing about a skateboard. You can sort of stop on a dime. Can you guys see that right there? They're doing like a photo shoot in this alley. All right, so now we're on Prince Street. Yeah, Film Missions is popular alley for shoots, always shooting there. There's always people doing that. Prince Street has really good pizza at a place called Prince Street Pizza. I'll get up on the sidewalk and walk. In America 3, welcome back. Hey Derek, what's up, man? Derek's here in the chat. Always good to see you here. We're skateboarding and gonna go to the Brooklyn Bridge tonight. Lupe, Mary J. Blige, yes. Soho had the first skateboarder shop back in the day. This is NYC Cherry Groove. Cool. NYC Cherry Groove. You used to roller skate, right? Not skateboard? Was it roller skating? so now we're coming up on Little Italy. We have to travel through Little Italy as well as Chinatown. In order to get to the Brooklyn Bridge. So welcome to Little Italy, everybody on the stream. You've been here many times before. There's a lot of people out tonight in Little Italy on a Sunday night. It's always good to see. Derek says, my heritage, love to visit this area. You should. Little Italy has shrunk. That's so true. Yeah, Little Italy unfortunately has shrunk over the years, but it's still a really nice place, in my opinion. Right here on Grand Street. There's actually a big soccer field on Grand Street too. You got a lot of cigars here. For anybody who smokes cigars, I don't. Michelle McGross is such a cool area. Yeah, it's a really nice area. Derek says, Tom, what is your heritage? I am half Italian, half Irish. The Swan says, no cigars for me. Yeah, no cigars for me either. The outdoor dining looks pretty cool here. There's a lot more people now here, but this restaurant seems pretty empty. Lupe says, Tom is half skateboard and half man. It could be true. Could be very true. My friend used to live down here, right on Mott Street. For anybody from New York, if you know Mott Street. And this taxi cab does not have any lights on. So we'll try to tell him we don't have any lights on. Maybe both of his lights blow out, who knows. So hopefully you guys enjoyed Little Italy. Now we are headed up towards Chinatown. One of my favorite places in New York is Chinatown. go. Welcome to Chinatown. NYC Cherry Groove says, how is your lady in Korea doing? She's doing really well. Maybe I'll get out there in July. Depends on if I have to quarantine or not. So yeah, if I don't have to quarantine, I'm planning on going to Osan, Korea in July. But we'll see. If I have to quarantine, I'm probably not going to go. Because I can't take 2 weeks to just sit in a room. It's pretty crazy. All right. So we're here in Chinatown. We'll take a little break. Real says Chinatown looks like it. I know. Nice. We Italians, no family fun. Absolutely. Derek, absolutely, my friend. You're in trouble if your patio is empty. Can't hide it, says Mission Film. It says Film Mission, so funny. Yeah, so In America 3 says gentrification moved many locals out. Yep. Yeah, Toilet Brush says, Skate Bro, they have very good data network in South Korea. Yeah, so if I'm there, we'll definitely do a stream from South Korea. Maybe I'll go to Seoul.
No Novello needed to save money for something else. Amir or Chloe.
So yeah, so NYC Cherry Groove. If I don't have to quarantine, so the government's going to make a decision, the Korean government, they're going to make a decision by next month, which is July. If foreigners have to quarantine for 2 weeks, they may lift that mandate, they may not. So hopefully I don't have to, so I could go there. This street has a really nice view of the World Trade Center. So my favorite Chinatown in New York is actually in Flushing, which is in Queens. There's a lot of Andrew Yang signs. Andrew Yang for mayor. You see it across the street. And I think the Freedom Tower is changing colors. Lady Orleans says, is Chinatown typically this quiet? At night it's getting quiet, but during the day there's usually tons and tons of people here in Chinatown. I think these streets look pretty cool. Like all the scaffolding, I mean not the scaffolding, like the fire escapes. They look pretty cool. Lupe says they're a Native American community in New York City. I would assume so. I would assume so. My uncle's actually friends with a lot of Native Americans because my uncle was an iron worker in New York City before he transitioned to being a crane operator. And it's funny, the best and the original iron workers in New York City were actually all Native American from upstate New York. So if you guys want to do a little bit of research, there's actually some pretty cool documentaries out there that some of the most skilled iron workers and the original iron workers that built this city were actually Native Americans. So this is Mulberry Street. There's actually, if you, not Google, punch into YouTube, punch in New York City iron workers, Native Americans. And there's some really, really cool documentaries about how the original iron workers would all commute from upstate New York, from the Indian reservations, to build New York City. In America 3 says that the uncle that helped clean up Ground Zero, yes. Same one. In America 3, welcome back, my friend. Derek says San Francisco Chinatown is always busy. I've never been, Derek. How is it? I'd be interested to hear about that. I wonder if it's as big as the one in Manhattan. But actually, the biggest Chinatown in New York is in Flushing, Queens. Flushing Main Street. So if you take the 7 train, jeez, that person scared the hell out of me. Man. They were sleeping in the grass talking to themselves. I didn't see that. And now we are here by the Manhattan courthouses. You can see a pretty cool view of the Freedom Tower. Hey, Monica's here. What's up, Monica? Monica's our pal from Sweden. Monica, how are the dogs? Good? I know Monica always sends in the chat that she has to go walk her dogs. Lady Orleans, Tom, it's called Men of Steel. Yes, Lady Orleans, that's it. You're right. Lady Orleans, you are right. Derek, nice. Derek says, lots of great food. That's always good. The dogs feel fine. It's hot in Sweden. Okay. That's good news. It's always good to know that the dogs are fine. We wouldn't want it any other way. So we are near the courthouses in Lower Manhattan. And we've almost reached our final destination, the Brooklyn Bridge. tired tonight. And we are here at the courthouses. Extremely quiet down here. There's almost nobody here. Lady Orleans says it was Mohawk men. Derek says you should try to visit one day. I will visit, definitely. Derek says he's been to China before. Atmosphere feels the same as San Francisco. Interesting. That's pretty cool. And that is the very top of the Freedom Tower. Out and about. Lady Orleans says, I think they film scenes from Law and Order there. Yes, they do. And they also film a lot of scenes of Law and Order at John Jay College, where I went to school. So there was always film sets on campus. So when I would come back from soccer practice, we would watch everybody filming Law and Order in between classes, which was kind of cool. But I believe it's, what was I going to say, Lady Orleans? I believe it's Law and Order, what's it called? SVU? If I'm not mistaken? All right, so we're here in Lower Manhattan. Lupe says, I tried to play soccer, I loved it, but I got kicked in the shin, ouch. And it hurt for months and never played again. Derek says, yes, it's SVU. Got it. Yeah, so we're in Lower Manhattan, guys. We're on Chambers Street, so we finally made it. Wow, did they rename this? Oh, they did, wow, cool. I never knew that. They renamed it Black Lives Matter Boulevard. I didn't know that. I didn't know they renamed it. And once again, I appreciate all of the viewers, everybody that's supporting the channel. So thank you, everybody. And welcome to all of the new subscribers. Lady Orleans says BLM Boulevard. Yes, that's what it, yep. DJ Fisher says you forgot to go to church today. You overslept. I think you'll be all right. So this is one of my favorite apartment buildings in the city, this one right here. Out and about says thank you for taking us along with you. My pleasure. And we made it, everybody. So it took us an hour and 40 minutes, but we made it to the Brooklyn Bridge. And we're gonna take a quick skate over the bridge, take a look at the view. But we just gotta wait for all these cars to pass. Michelle McGraw says the city put up protective barriers around their nest. Oh, are you talking about the swans? Monica says amazing buildings. Oh, look at these guys. This is so cool. Look at the dancing. They're good. Wow. I think they were good. What do you guys think? Pretty talented. I like looking at all this stuff on the telephone poles here. I like this one, guys. What do you think? Which sticker's your favorite? I like this one. Trades only, bro. I like that. I like the trades only, bro sticker. No super chat. Yeah, Derek, we are not at that level yet. But Derek, I just appreciate you being here, man. DJ Fisher, I don't think it was TikTok. I think it's they're from school. There's a school down here, and maybe they're in like a group. Derek says, how do people send you donations? I don't think people are allowed to yet. But on my videos, I do leave like a Cash App in the description, but don't feel the need to. I just appreciate you guys being here. We hang out. We're having a good time. Just as long as everybody's enjoying themselves and, you know, relaxing, that's all I care about. So here we are. Welcome to Brooklyn, guys. We're gonna walk across the bridge. And hopefully it'll be like last stream when we went across the bridge where it was super clear. I think the clouds are departing right now, so we should be good to go. It should be a pretty nice walk, so I hope you guys enjoy walking over the Brooklyn Bridge. Out and About says, do you have Cash App? Yes, I did. I created one and I put it in the description of my videos, but don't feel the need to do that. But I do appreciate everybody. It does mean a lot to me, just everybody being here. So this is Pace University. I had a couple of friends go to Pace. A lot of people go here for law school. Monica says, I love to dance, but home alone in private. That's so funny. Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Andrew, what's up? Andrew says, I'm watching with my beautiful partner, Tracy Lee. Shout out. Absolutely, big shout out. Andrew is one of our really good pals here in the stream, always in the chat. Lupe's Lupe, come on. Lupe says, I think Tom knows secretly how to bust a move. Maybe one day we'll find out. Who knows? Who knows? So last time, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was so much traffic on the Brooklyn Bridge, and now it's all clear. And I don't know what that noise is. Oh, I can tell, guys. This is gonna be a very, very nice night tonight. This is gonna look great. Out and About as you dance like no one is watching. Funny. So this is the on-ramp to the Brooklyn Bridge. then you can see the New York City skyline of the Freedom Tower of the World Trade Center. I wonder who lives in this apartment with the purple window. You guys see it right there? The whole apartment is purple lights. Yeah, the entire apartment is just purple. J.D. Fisher, World Trade Center rocks, I agree. This looks like a racetrack here. All right, so we'll continue walking up the Brooklyn Bridge. We'll take one last look at the World Trade Center. And once again, thank you everybody for viewing. And thank you everybody for liking the stream and subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. And this is the exit ramp on the Brooklyn Bridge. So you can go to Chambers Street, Pearl Street, or the FDR Drive, which takes you all the way around Manhattan. Derek, thank you. I appreciate it. It looks like traffic is picking up here on the Brooklyn Bridge. In America 3 says you could see yourself getting lost in New York City. It's possible. Sunshine, New York, thank you, Tom, and everybody. Good night. Take it easy, Sunshine. Always good having you here on the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, Film Mission. Manhattan Bridge is my favorite too. We did a stream skateboarding over the Manhattan Bridge at night and it was crazy. I think that was last week. So Film Mission, it's a little bit more difficult to skateboard over the Brooklyn Bridge just because of the wood. But the Manhattan Bridge, you get cruising, you get crushing. And there's a lot less tourists. Michelle McGraw says it's a beautiful night. I agree. Derek says 10 o'clock traffic. Hey, Derek says 10 o'clock traffic. That's so funny. There's not usually that much traffic though. There's only a lot of traffic, I would say probably Friday night leaving the city. And then I would say probably Monday or Tuesday mornings are probably the heaviest traffic. Film Mission says yes. Monica, as usual, it's time for the dog walk. Absolutely. Well, Monica, thank you for joining as always. Appreciate it. Aya Vlogs, hey. Aya Vlogs, welcome to the stream. Aya Vlogs, I watch your channel all the time. So welcome, it's fun to have you here, good to have you here. Everybody on the stream, go check out her channel as well. I enjoy it very much. JD Fisher, how are you? All right, Lady Orleans, take it easy. I'll see you later. As always, thank you for joining the stream, Lady Orleans. Michelle McGraw. Yes, welcome, welcome. So we're walking over the Brooklyn Bridge. And the traffic is picking up. Hey Vlogs, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming. I really, really appreciate you joining. Take it easy. Always good to see you, the Swan. Have a good night and have a good week. My name is Tom. All right, we'll take a little break up here. We've been skateboarding for a while. Take a look at the chat. No problem, Michelle. So we're on top of the Brooklyn Bridge. all the way over there is the Manhattan Bridge. Sunshine says you love the Brooklyn Bridge. Michelle says you like all the lights. So do I. It looks beautiful here, especially at night, for sure. Aya Vlogs, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. JD, welcome. Thank you for joining the stream, my friend, as always. We appreciate you being here, JD. So this is one of the reasons why I can't skateboard on the bridge, because it's wood. For those of you who don't know, it is wood. Oh, you could only be highlighted on your own channel. I didn't know that. Awesome views from the bridge. The Swan says if I was there, I wouldn't have a clue which way to go. The Swan, I think you would do all right. The Swan. All you have to do is just look for the Empire State Building, as you always say. The Empire State Building is the signpost, equals know where you are. All right, so we're almost halfway over the bridge. Hey Paula, in America 3 says right there it's $1 million view. Yeah, it's beautiful up here on the Brooklyn Bridge at night. Paula, well, thank you for joining. Welcome to the stream. We appreciate you being here. And all the way on the horizon, you could see the Verrazano Bridge, which connects Brooklyn to Staten Island. And if we walk up further, we'll be able to see the Statue of Liberty. Here we are on the main section of the Brooklyn Bridge. Lupe says if I didn't have a map on my phone, I would be lost in New York City. Michelle McGraw says you will be highlighted once your channel becomes verified at 100K subs, I believe, I have vlogs. Well, that's cool. That'd be dope. And we were down here, if you look straight forward, we were down here on Wall Street 2 nights ago, Friday night. Andre Brown. What's up, Andre? Andre is our pal from Philly. Andre, how is everything in Philly? Lupe. Out and about says Brooklyn Bridge built in 1869 to 1883. The Swan says you can't get lost where you live. It's only 3 streets. I said, Andre, how is everything in Philadelphia? And if you look to the left, you'll see the Manhattan Bridge. Out and about says the Brooklyn Bridge is a hybrid cable stayed/suspended bridge in New York City. Nice. Spanning the East River between Manhattan Island and Brooklyn on Long Island. Long Island's a great place. Opened May 24th, 1883. Wow, one day before my birthday. The bridge is shaking like crazy. There's so many cars coming over it. I think this is probably my favorite view of the city with the Freedom Tower. Out and about says it was also the longest suspension bridge in the world at the time of its opening. So out and about, what is the longest suspension bridge now? Out and about says with a main span of 1,595 feet and a deck of 127 feet above water. Wow. Michael DeCosta, what's up, Michael? We're over the Brooklyn Bridge, skateboarding. And it looks like we got a lot of traffic now. So we'll continue to walk over to the Brooklyn side, but the Swan. So if you look straight forward, you can see pretty much every single building in the city. You can see the Vanderbilt building, you can see the Empire State Building, you can see the Bank of America Tower, and you can see the H&M building. No, Andre, we started at Central Park South, and we skateboarded from Central Park South all the way down to here. So probably over 10 miles we did today. Yeah, probably about, I'm trying to think. Yeah, because we have to go back. Yeah, so if we have to go all the way back, it's definitely going to be well over 10 miles. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I appreciate it. I'm seeing the notifications. Oh, so the longest suspension bridge is in Portugal, says out and about. Well, this is a really good view of the pier, the new piers they made down on Water Street in Manhattan. Yes, sunshine after rain. I'm not sure what that guy's trying to do. This wants us to break in. So I used to live in Brooklyn, I used to live in Greenpoint, but then during the pandemic I moved back to Manhattan because the rents were a little bit lower, surprisingly. So now you guys are gonna get a really nice view of the Empire State Building. So on the horizon, you can see the Empire State Building directly in front of us. To the right, you see the Vanderbilt Tower, the new Vanderbilt Tower. And then all the way to the right, next to 395 Park Avenue, I believe, you can see the Chrysler Building. So it's really nice. It's really, really nice up here tonight. So maybe we'll turn around. We won't go all the way over. Yeah, we'll turn around now. Maybe I'll zoom in so you guys can see a better quality picture of the Empire State Building from the Brooklyn Bridge. So the purple one is the Empire State Building. The taller one to the right with the blue stack is Vanderbilt. And the sort of triangle shaped one is the Chrysler Building. Andre says, I think I better look for a nice walking shoe. Yeah, so it's a pretty clear night tonight, everybody. And it looks like the Freedom Tower is changing colors from green to red. So thank you, everybody. Hey, Mark Davis is here. Mark is our friend from Toronto, Canada, as well as out and about. So Mark, we skateboarded from Central Park South all the way to the Brooklyn Bridge. Out and About says, Wall Street Skate Bro, would you be a contestant on Jeopardy? I would. I think I would. I would probably do really terrible, but... And we got a lot of traffic backed up here on the Brooklyn Bridge. So Mark, welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here, Mark. I appreciate it. So we can see the Statue of Liberty now, if you guys... The Statue of Liberty is that little green speck right here. That teeny little green thing is the Statue of Liberty. Mark, don't be sorry, man. We're just hanging out. We're hanging out before work tomorrow. Everybody's got to go to work. In America 3, have a good one. We'll see you next time. Appreciate you being here. I don't like when people sit on the bridge. It's so scary. Out and About says that she thinks I'd be good on Jeopardy. Lupe, don't want to go to work tomorrow. I have a busy day tomorrow. Yeah, Andre, I mean, there's already been 2 accidents this year with people sitting on rooftops and bridges in New York. I think 2 people, unfortunately, this year died already from sitting on top of the rooftops at parties. Wow, so we have some real rush hour traffic tonight. Hey, the Swan says, great night, skateboarder again. Good night to you and good night all. Thank you, the Swan, for being here. I appreciate it. It's always good to have the Swan here. Looks like he got in, guys. Michelle McGraw, thank you. Have a good one. Appreciate everybody joining. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you all on the next one. Zappa Allen, what's going on, my friend? We were skateboarding from Central Park South to the Brooklyn Bridge tonight. Zappa Allen, always good to have you here. Out and About says motorcycle and car accidents. Wow, in Toronto, that's not good. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. Zappa Allen, we're on top of the Brooklyn Bridge. You can see the Empire State Building in the background. Zappa Allen says, I didn't get a text message on my phone when you went live. I believe it's because you have to put turn the notification bell on, maybe. I don't know. I think there's a little notification bell. Out and About says, are you ending the stream? Maybe in a little bit. I have to skateboard back uptown anyway, so maybe I'll just end the stream when the phone dies. JD Fisher says many people are going missing in Houston. Why? That's sketchy. Did they say why, JD Fisher? Is it like a kid? Is it like what do you call it? Kidnapping? Andre says, I'm having the same problem with the notifications. I didn't receive anything either. Yeah, I think it's just because you have to put on that bell, maybe, or it's just YouTube's acting up. But that's been happening to me too, with some other people I'm subscribed to. And I found out that even if you turn on like the bell, the notification bell, you have to go to the settings and click notifications for all videos. Zappa says, the view reminds me of the song in a New York Minute. Nice. Yeah, it is a beautiful view tonight. Really, really beautiful. I know, Andre. Do you think it's better than Philly, New York? What do you think? Thank you to everybody for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. Andre says Philly is a small version of New York City. Lupe says, Tom, do you watch Tom NYC videos too? I do, I've seen some. Those are really good too, I like those. I have to give 3 big presentations at work tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Lena, what's going on? Lena Sandoval's here. Lupe says, good luck. Thank you. Appreciate that. Zappa says you have the best skyline views of any New York vlogger. I appreciate that. Well, thank you for being here, Zappa Allen. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Andre says you better down some heavy coffee. I know. Thank you, JD. Yeah, I spent pretty much the whole day today making these presentations. Lena, have a good night. Thank you for joining the stream. Always good to have you here. So I appreciate you joining, and hopefully you have a very good week and a good Monday. Zappa says you can do it, Tom. I just finished up 2 proposals I have to submit on Monday. Oh my God. Well, good luck with that too. Out and About says 3 presentations back to back. No pressure. You got it. Thank you so much. It's for a medical device company that does remote patient monitoring. Andre says you need to be getting paid for showing us all these views. No need, no need. But I just appreciate you guys being here. We're hanging out. I think streaming and you know, uploading videos to YouTube is a way for me to sort of get away from work. So I just appreciate you guys being here. And I'm having a good time. And I hope you guys are enjoying the view as well. Sunshine after rain. Oh yeah, Sunshine, don't you work? Sunshine after rain, I think, works in healthcare as well. Zappa Allen says, oh my God, $1 million views for sure. I know, Andre, we could look, all of these apartments, you could look right into the apartments and look at them watching TV and all that stuff. My favorite apartment building down here is this one right in front of us. Could you imagine the view from all the way up top? Andre says you'd have to give me a parachute to go there. That's funny. Zappa says, I can't imagine how much they are paying each month. So a lot of these apartments probably, I mean, for a 1-bedroom, probably go for around $5,000 a month, $6,000. Yeah, I'd probably say 5,000 or 6,000 a month. So Sunshine after rain. So this remote patient monitoring company, they essentially want to integrate like LTE connectivity, because a lot of the remote patient monitoring devices are on spotty Wi-Fi connections in the patient's homes. So they've been having a really tough time like if a patient's Wi-Fi goes down or something like that, all of the information doesn't backhaul to the cloud. So we're proposing an LTE failover solution. So in the event of a power outage or an internet outage, it'll just it'll sort of have like an LTE recall to like a wireless network, which I think is probably a good solution, because, you know, what if you're an elderly person and you have this device and your Wi-Fi goes out? You know, you're not going to know how to troubleshoot that, right? So the solution we're proposing is like an LTE failover solution for these remote patient monitoring devices. Out and about. Out and about says, if you are nervous about presenting, just picture the audience in their underwear. That was the thing they said back in the day. I think that's from SpongeBob, isn't it? Out and about, isn't that from SpongeBob? Ibrahim, what's up, Ibrahim? Lena, take it easy, have a good one. Always good to have you in the chat. Ibrahim, hope you're well, my friend. We just finished walking across the Brooklyn Bridge. We were skateboarding from Central Park South all the way to the Brooklyn Bridge, so we could see the view of the World Trade Center and this cool apartment building. I could have out and about. I could have sworn it was from a SpongeBob episode. I've seen it before. Or maybe I'm just going crazy. That's possible. I'm going crazy. Look at this subway entrance. Oh no, it's not a subway entrance. It's to the downtown. So I think like street level. Street level. .3D Planet 100, what's going on? We are walking across the Brooklyn Bridge. Andre says, how do they get the furniture up there? Probably through a massive, massive elevator. 3D Planet 100, welcome to the stream. Always good to have you. 3D Planet also does videos, so feel free to check it out. Ibrahim, how are you, my friend? Ibrahim, did you get a chance to take a look at the Columbia Business School class that I sent you? I think you're going to learn a lot in that class. All right, and we made it. We are back. Andre says 3D Planet. I'm gonna look you up. Yeah, 3D does some cool stuff, so definitely check it out. Check out everybody. Check it out and about as well. We have some cool content creators here. These flowers are really beautiful too. Whew, we are back on the street level, guys. Time to get back on the skateboard. yeah, we were coming right from over here. Sunshine, New York. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, the company is out of Tel Aviv, Israel. Yeah, they're out of Tel Aviv. And the CEO is a really good guy too. All right, so now we're on Park Row. We won't go to Wall Street tonight. We went there the other night. So we'll just cross the street and skateboard home. Alright, here we have a pretty cool view of the World Trade Center too. Hey, Ibrahim. We have Melbourne resident in the building. Always good to see you, my friend. Melbourne has a cool channel if you guys want to check him out. He does a lot of videos around Australia. No, Ibrahim, that's good. So if you only watch 3 videos, just take it at a slow pace because you'll learn a lot more stuff. All right, let's head back uptown. And once again, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. All the new people that are watching, thank you so much. This is the Jenga Tower. Hey, Andrew's in the chat. What's up, Andrew? Andre says you don't know how much I miss New York. Out and About says, did you have dinner? Not yet. Sunshine After Rain says 196 subscribers. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate that. My phone may run out of battery, so I guess we'll just stream until the phone dies. But if the phone dies, I appreciate everybody for joining, and I had a really good time, so thanks everybody for being here. We had a good time. Wow, this sidewalk is crazy. So these are some of my favorite buildings in the city. If I were to live anywhere, I'd probably be in one of these, because I like the fire escapes. Yeah, Andre, it's super, super quiet night here in New York. Especially down here. Oh, Andre, that's so clutch. Billy Joel, a Long Island legend. Love Billy Joel. This building is pretty cool too. Let's check it out. Ibrahim says, Tom, do you ever deal with pests in Manhattan? Sometimes, like roaches, yeah. Sometimes we have to deal with roaches. Surprisingly, there's a lot of roaches in Florida. So now we are at Canal Street. We are back near Chinatown.
Yeah, like they're not paying.
And straight ahead, you can see the Empire State Building. Yes, Andre, that building is a smooth jazz building. You know, you can sit on the balcony, hang out, listen to some tunes, relax. So these buildings right at the start of Soho I really like too, because they have really cool architecture. The fire escapes are awesome. Like, just check out those fire escapes on these buildings. Are you close to 20 North Moore? JFK Jr. lived there. I don't think I am, but we could check it out maybe on the stream one night, out and about. So this is one of my favorite parts, Soho. Canal Street takes you all the way to Chinatown, runs all the way into Soho. There's a Dunkin' Donuts. I'm about to get a coffee. Maybe I'll get a coffee at the Dunkin' Donuts near my place on 57th Street. But it's been a fun stream with everybody. I think it's been a relaxing night, so hopefully you all enjoyed it. You know, I do these streams mainly to show a different perspective of New York City on a skateboard, but to also make it a relaxing environment. So if people are working and they're stressed out, we can all kind of hang out, de-stress. Out and about says, do you know who JFK Jr. is? Yeah, John F. Kennedy Jr. Ibrahim says, will I get coffee? Yep. I mean, that's a good point, Ibrahim. I want to, but I probably shouldn't. But I probably am anyway. Gerald Lee says, good night, Tom. As always, you gave us another beautiful live stream. Thanks for what you do. Thank you, Gerald, for being here, man. Appreciate it. Always a good time when we have Gerald here. Yeah, Andre says, don't get coffee. It's too late. Understood. It is too late. I totally agree. Andre, sometimes I come from an Italian household, so after dinner we usually have coffee, which is kind of weird, I guess. But I think it's like an Italian tradition, like you have espresso after dinner. Andre, hot chocolate. You know what? That doesn't sound that bad, man. That actually sounds really good. So I'm going to turn around and show you guys this crazy apartment building. It looks really amazing. Like, check this one out. This is an apartment building in Soho. And just look at the outside and look at the people's apartments. I think this is one of the cooler new buildings in Soho, in my opinion. Hey, Tech Explorers NYC, what's up, man? So Tech Explorers NYC also makes videos going around New York City, and he's also a fellow tech worker. So be sure to say hi to our pal. And these fire escapes I love too in Soho. Out and About says, where do you get a good hot chocolate? Honestly, there's this place called Joe Coffee that's really good, where I go sometimes, or also Black Press Coffee. That's really good for hot chocolate. Yeah, Out and About, so it looks old, right? But it's a brand new building. The developer bought it and totally redid it. This restaurant looks pretty cool too. And we could also see the World Trade Center from here. Tech Explorers NYC, what's up, man? really nice down here. Hey, what's up, Mark? Mark's here. So Mark, we are in Soho on West Broadway and Grand Street. So you could take this street all the way. If we continue to skateboard down here, it'll take us all the way to Chinatown on Grand Street. Tech Explorers NYC says had a long day with Little Island and the Flower Fest. Nice. So Tech NYC, I'm sure you're going to be having some videos up, so that's awesome, man. We'll be on the lookout for that. And if anybody wants to see some Canadian videos, check out our pal Out and About. Tech Explorers NYC. So Tech Explorers NYC, have you ever heard of Joma Tech? Joma's in New York City now. I'm not sure if you ever met him. He's a really nice guy. Joma Tech. He's a software engineer and he just moved to New York City. He went to the University of Waterloo. And he's now a fellow New Yorker. And yes, thank you for all the new people that are subscribing to the channel. Tech Explorers NYC says, funny dude, I feel these people now make more money on YouTube than their tech jobs. So Joma definitely does, but Joma makes the majority of his money from his coding courses he sells. But he's actually like he's a full stack developer, so he's really, really good. Marx is on the last YouTube. Well, Joma's a full stack developer, so he was probably making $300-400 before even YouTube. Marx is on the last YouTube. I was talking to you. You told everyone to where in Miami where the tech people are going. I think it's called the Brickell in Miami. So SoftBank is investing a lot of money down there. So SoftBank is technically my old employer with Marcelo. He used to be the CEO of Sprint Corporation, but now Marcelo is the CEO of SoftBank and he's leading up WeWork. So they're investing a lot of money down in Miami. And one of the companies that I was going to do some consulting work with, ARM, which is a British sort of IoT company that SoftBank had a majority stake in. They're in talks to sell themselves to NVIDIA, so NVIDIA may buy ARM, but I really don't know if that M&A is going to go through or not. It probably won't, due to like competitive reasons. The government's going to say it's like anti-competitive. Here's another nice building in Soho. It's beautiful with the scaffolding. Very quiet night too. What's the name of the town where the tech people are going in Southern Florida? Mark, I think it's called the Brickell, or Bricknell, or Brickell. It's in Miami. But SoftBank is making a lot of investments there. I think their SoftBank Vision Fund is down there. Tech NYC says, I'm more of a tinker than a coder. Watch Louis Rossman, he's moving out to New York City. I'll check it out. Brickell, Miami, yes. So Tech NYC, correct? I think Joma moved here to try to be a writer or a director, and I think he's gonna do it because he's super creative. He's such a creative guy. Yeah, so Andre, if you want to live in one of those, I would go to the Upper West Side of Manhattan. So you could think about 83rd Street or 86th Street. That's cool. Wow, look at this art. This stuff is cool. So nice. I like these art galleries in Soho. The liberation of art. Yeah, a lot of Miami, a lot of tech companies are moving to Miami as like a tax haven. I know Goldman Sachs Asset Management is going to Miami. Oh, look at this artwork is sick. Look at that. It's so cool. I don't know about you guys, but I love looking at creative artwork. I think it's beautiful. Look at this one, the Superman comic book with potato chips. Hey, Lena. Tech NYC says, I noticed a lot of art galleries in NYC. If you only visit one each day, it will fill your schedule. 100% agree. Hey, Cosmo's here. What's up, Cosmo? So guys, okay, I've actually been here. So here's a cool story. I bought a very nice piece of artwork when I got my office here in Manhattan, and I got it right here. And I was gonna buy this one with the Barons, because I read a lot of financial newspapers. The only reason why I didn't buy that one is because it didn't have Investors Business Daily on it. It only has Barron's and the Financial Times. If it had Investors Business Daily and the Wall Street Journal, I would have bought it in 2 seconds. But this one's so cool because it has the original Barron's cover story right before the financial crisis of 2008. Damn, yeah, I remember this place. So some night I'll do a stream and I'll show you guys my apartment. I'll show you some of the art that I have, and I'll also show you my newspaper collection. So I have a stack of newspapers to the ceiling of all the Investors Business Dailies that come out every week, where I do my analysis. So I have all of my old, I mean, it's just crazy. You'll see it. It's nuts. ATKB, what's going on? Mark says, I plan on buying down in Florida. Do you think Miami's good? Yes, Miami's great. I'm trying to look for a place there too, Mark. Out and about says, am I an art collector? No, but I want to get into it. I did pick up my first 2 pieces of art, and I think, you know, it's good to have in the family, and then I'll just pass them down from generations. But they're 2 really cool pieces of Wall Street art. So it's of the New York Stock Exchange. So I'll show you guys sometime. Yeah, Andre, let's take a look at that one again. I like this one too, with the Starbucks and the crossword puzzle. That one looks sick. Lena says we like hanging around you. Well, we like hanging around you too. I like hanging around all you guys. You guys are very interesting to talk to. Yeah, so I have all the Investors Business Daily newspapers because back in the day I was working on a market sentiment algorithm, which turned out to be 2 years worth of work, and it doesn't even work. But you know, that's part of trying new things, right? So I spent 2 years building this sort of algorithm that would look for keywords in new financial newspapers. And so every time there was like an analyst initiated like a sell rating or strong sell, I would look for keywords within those articles. So if they said, you know, crashing or cratering, I would try to do like a counter trade on that. But it turns out it doesn't work. So, but at least I have something cool, you know, but you know, reading a lot, it does help. I mean, if you read at least 30 minutes to an hour a day on one specific subject, you're going to become an expert in probably 3 to 5 years. So I read a lot about tech, and I will essentially just look at all of the analyst reports on different tech companies and see if I agree with them, see if I agree with their financial models, things like that. All right, so now we're in NYU, New York University. Zappa Allen says you've been doing SEO for about 10 years. Nice. Yes, check out Out and About's channel. One of my favorite channels. Mark says, Tom, I definitely would like to see your apartment, but getting back to Florida, where would you buy in Florida, in Miami? So there's a place called Normandy Shores where I'm looking. Also North Miami. I just don't want to be in the city. I want to be a little bit north where it's quiet. But Mark, I'm not really an expert on real estate. I think NYC Cherry Groove is actually a real estate broker. So maybe if you ever see him in the chat, drop him a line and he'll probably help you out. That's one of the cool things about streaming. You meet so many different people. So if you have a contact for pretty much everything all over the world. But where I'm looking personally, if you Google Normandy Shores or Normandy Isles and North Beach, Miami, those are the locations where I'm looking. But Mark, if I were to buy something, I'm going to look to house hack. So I would like rent out all the rooms. Because interest rates are probably going to stay low. So if interest rates are low and you put 10% down on a house, you're pretty much not really paying anything for the house. Yeah, Little Haiti's nice. I've been to Little Haiti. But I don't know about the real estate market there. I think it's still a little iffy, but Super Beast 001, nice to have you in the stream, my friend. I don't think we've seen you before, so welcome to the stream, and thank you for being here. Mark Davis says, am I planning on moving to Florida? Yes, but not full time. I would probably spend the winters in Miami, Florida, and then I would spend the summers and the spring and the fall here in New York. Yeah, Mark says, hey Tom, you think I should rent out my house that's right by the beach to make some? Absolutely. No, Mark. I mean, in my opinion, I would never sell real estate. If you have a piece of property, you never sell that. If you want to offset your tax burden, I would get a tenant or like house hack it, where you live in one of the rooms and you have your tenants pay off the mortgage for you. But it depends on a couple of factors. It depends on how old you are, things like that. But that's another thing. You know, property taxes in Florida, they're actually pretty high. What a lot of people don't know. So even though you don't pay state income tax, Florida's property taxes are actually pretty high. But I'm used to Long Island taxes. I'm used to paying Long Island, New York. So I think it's going to be a huge savings, huge cost savings. Andre says, is there a party in the park? Yes, there is. There's always crazy stuff going on here at Washington Square Park. Mark says, where are you headed to, Tom? Are you going down to the flower display? It's probably quiet there now, not a lot of people. I'm probably gonna head home, Mark. We've been streaming for a while, almost 3 hours. I completely lost track of time. So I'm just gonna go back to 57th Street and call it a night. Yeah, Out and About Tech Explorers NYC is a great channel. Cosmo's channel is amazing. Out and About's channel is fantastic. I wish we could stream in 4K. That's the only thing I want to do. Tech Explorers NYC. Which borough do you live in? Do you live in Manhattan? I know. That's why when I stream, it's 1080p. regular GoPro videos are 4K, which I think it looks a lot better. But I'm gonna have to do a jail set and look at the stream on a TV. Mark says almost every weekend, my Colombian drug dealer neighbors have parties till 3 o'clock in the morning. Wow, that's nuts. Yeah, Tech Explorers NYC, nuts. You have to have so much money and equipment. Right, Cosmo, you need live view or something like that. Tech Explorers NYC says can't afford Manhattan. Well, Manhattan's cheaper than Queens. It's so strange. Like, look at the rental market. Manhattan is surprisingly cheaper than Queens right now. You can find some really cheap apartments. I guess it depends if you want to live with roommates or not. Look at this teeny tiny rat. Look at it's a baby rat. Yeah, Mark says Little Haiti sounds like Little Savannah. NYC Cherry Group, what's up? Ibrahim, yeah, I think Manhattan's still desirable. Yeah, Mark, so that's the thing that's crazy. So it just so happened now they're millions of dollars, Normandy Shores. Before, you could get a house for, 450 grand, 600 grand down there. And it would actually be quite profitable and the cash flows would be huge on like a duplex down there. But now you have foreign investors coming and paying cash on all these deals. Hey, Gnarly Thomas, what's up?
That you might discover with an IQ that's like just a little bit above average.
No, toilet brush, I totally agree.
Too high, you'll just
New Jersey, I pay $24,000 a year, which is too much. Oh, dude, New Jersey and Long Island are terrible, Mark. I totally agree. I'm from Massapequa. My property taxes are insane. So Florida is definitely cheaper, but now it's getting more expensive with everybody moving there. So I totally agree. Hey, Fernando's here. What's up? Fernando, what's up? Mark says, Tom, how long have you been living in Manhattan? I've been in Manhattan for about 8 or 9 months now. Yeah, Gnarly Thomas, this is a good place to skate. Ibrahim says you live in California, the taxes are very high.
No, the only thing that I can say...
Yeah, toilet brush, cost of living is an issue. Hey, Lena, how are you?
Like Odin...
Can't have roommates when you already have a family of 4. Got it. Tech Explorers NYC, totally understand that.
You know what Christendom is?
Yeah, toilet brush, cost of living is... Wow, NYC Cherry Group says, Fernando reached 8K tonight. Nice, Fernando, that's awesome, man.
Look, I know that you Schrodinger's cats
Mark says you live on 57th Street. You've got to be rich and loaded. No. Not rich. Right during the heart of the pandemic, surprisingly, you could get an unbelievable killer deal on an apartment. I pay under $2,000 a month. And I technically live out of my office. So during the pandemic, I left my job in tech sales, enterprise software sales, and trying to start my own tech consulting business. So the space is technically a commercial space, Mark. So I'm allowed to take a complete 100% write-off on my taxes. So technically, the place doesn't cost me anything. I live for free. So I just write off the entire amount of the rent, and I sleep on like a little pull-out, what's it called, like the trundle beds. So there are some deals to be had if you look in Manhattan. It's crazy. A lot of people, everybody moved out at the same time. All of these landlords were given like 3 to 5 months free rent. It was crazy. At like the peak fear of the market, when everybody was so freaked out about this whole COVID thing, you could get so many deals. That's all I heard. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys remember. Everybody was going online saying New York City is done, Manhattan's over. I'm like, there's no way Manhattan's over. Like, there's no way Manhattan is ever going to be over. Manhattan's probably one of the only real estate markets that will always bounce back. Always. I could be wrong. I mean, it's sort of like the old saying on Wall Street. You got to buy when there's blood in the streets, even if it's your own blood. I mean, that's just crazy. People are saying Manhattan is never going to come back. Like, it's Manhattan. It's like the most prized possession, piece of land in the entire world. Like, it's going to come back. That's just my opinion. If I had enough money, I would definitely have bought an apartment, but I don't have that kind of money to buy something in Manhattan. But anybody who bought a piece of property 2 months ago in Manhattan, in 10 years they're going to double or triple their money. It's almost like a guaranteed. It's almost a guarantee. What's up, man? Yeah, NYC Cherry Groove, I think we were just talking about you. I think you are in real estate. So if anybody knows anything, it's probably going to be you. I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm an optimist. I always like to be optimistic. But Gnarly Thomas says 5 more days and you're going to move to Brooklyn. That's awesome, man. Andre says most people that lived in New York are now moving to Philadelphia. Nice. They are building new apartment buildings in the center of the city, not too far away from where you work. Mark Davis says things are good in Toronto. Hey Fernando, hey Lena, hey JL. Yeah, Super Friends, congratulations on 8K. That's awesome, man. NYC Cherry Groove says the rents will go up soon. Agreed. Yeah, I mean, affordable housing is a huge, huge issue, what Toilet Brush said. But I think one of the reasons why nothing is affordable is because interest rates are so low. you know, if the Fed keeps these interest rates at bottom basement rates, it encourages people to go out and buy things because money's cheap. And it discourages savings. So if I can buy a $500,000 piece of property at 2% and take on a mortgage at 2%, well then for sure, why wouldn't I do it? So I was reading this crazy story about, so I think it's called LVMH brands. Like they own all like the big designer fashion brands, and they just currently bought Tiffany's jewelry store. So I was reading it on Bloomberg, and with the European Central Bank essentially lent them the money for free. So it's essentially they gifted them Tiffany's. Like, how crazy is that? That's why I'm against central banking and the Federal Reserve, because they keep these interest rates artificially low, and it artificially inflates a housing bubble. And so the average guy can't afford a piece of property. It's crazy. Cosmos says, am I worried about the dollar crashing? I would say yes and no. Like, even though we have terrible issues in the US, things in emerging markets are worse. But yeah, I am definitely against printing so much money. And that's why you're seeing inflation going gangbusters. And I'm not even talking about inflation in terms of CPI, right? I'm talking about inflation in terms of asset prices. So if you look at the price of equities, they've been going to Mars. If you look at the price of a single family home, it's been going to Mars. So all of this money printing does nothing but further divide the haves and the have-nots, because all the money is flowing into assets. And the people who own the assets are the 1%. So I think it's definitely disingenuous, all of this central banking and monetary policy, but we'll see. So we're almost back in Koreatown, everybody. This was a long live stream tonight, but I think we had fun. NYC Cherry Group says Queens has over 200 different languages. Wow. Out and About says landlords have to deal with squatters. Yep. NYC Cherry Group says if new to the city, move to Queens. Really? Wow. Interesting. Yeah, Mark, they call people who live on 59th Billionaires Row. Mark, good for you, Tom. You're lucky everything is going your way. Yeah, I mean, you know, things are, with the business is difficult, but it's definitely a struggle. I like Flushing, Queens. That's my favorite part of Queens is Flushing. Mark says, Tom, do I have a shower in my place? Yes, I do have a shower. Mark says, Billionaires Row is 57th Street. I thought it was 59th Street. Gnarly Thomas says, do you just skate around all night? I try to skate around when I'm not working, so it usually tends to be later at night. I was working all day today. But Gnarly Thomas, I usually don't stream for 3 hours, maybe usually like 1 or 2. But it's just a way for me to kind of relax after just like working through the pandemic and all that stuff. Sunshine, yes. I have a busy day tomorrow. Well, everybody, check out the Empire State Building. Hey, Orland Edwards, welcome to the stream. How are you? Gnarly Thomas says that's awesome. NYC Cherry Groove, Billionaires Row, from what I believe, got its name from 157 West 57th. Yeah, 157, that big building with the curved top, right? NYC Cherry Groove. But also, I think 220 Central Park South, they just completed it. I think an apartment sold for a record $100 million. And Ken Griffin from Citadel Securities, the big hedge fund and market maker, Citadel, bought it for $100 million, which is crazy. But 157, Bill Ackman lives in 157. And Bill Ackman is the founder of Pershing Square, which is another massive, massive hedge fund on Wall Street. And they are most recently famous for making $2.3 billion due to purchasing credit default swaps on equities during the coronavirus crash. Yeah, good night, Toothbrush. Thank you for joining. Thank you, everybody. Hey, JL, what's up? JL says 3 families from Queens just moved on my block in Jersey, and they bought 3 different houses worth over $650,000 each. JL, that's crazy. Yeah, they just buy them for cash. It's nuts. I did a deal with a billionaire on Billionaires Row. Wow. NYC Cherry Groove. That's NYC Cherry Groove. You don't have to let us know what they do, but what do they do for a living? You don't have to disclose it if you don't want to, but I'm curious. Did they own like an oil company or something? And how much did they spend on the deal? Lupe says, Tom, you have to stream for 48 hours. That's so funny. Lena Sandoval says, good night. Lena, thank you for joining. Thank you, everybody, for being here. But Mark from New Jersey, I hope you get a place in Florida. Because I do agree with you, New Jersey is getting crazy with the taxes, and same with Connecticut. A lot of the big hedge fundy guys in Connecticut are trying to get out of there. Like Bridgewater Associates, Ray Dalio's moving out. Yeah, JL said they put, wow, JL says they put down 40%. NYC Cherry Group says they own law firms and real estate. Jeez. I couldn't even imagine having $1 billion. Like, what would you do with that? It's so crazy. The billionaire was the seller and I represented the buyer. Okay. Damn, that's so interesting, NYC. NYC Cherry Groove says you save your buyer a lot of money. NYC, if I ever buy something in Manhattan, I'm gonna come to you, if you don't mind. Because, I don't know, I feel like I would not know what real estate agent to go to here. Yeah, Lupe, like form a charitable trust. I would probably form some sort of like charitable trust and donate the majority of it. But I think most billionaires are in this club where they've signed an agreement where they'll give away most of their wealth to charity. I think that's what Warren Buffett does. And like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. But then again, Bill Gates is in some hot water. The stuff that's coming out about Bill Gates. Well, then again, let's not talk about it. I don't want to get knocked off. Yeah, NYC Cherry Groove. So, you know, down the road, if I ever want to buy an apartment, I'm definitely going to shoot you an email because I definitely need some guidance on that so I don't get ripped off. Zappa Allen said Oprah is doing the same thing. That's awesome. NYC Cherry Groove says, I appreciate it. I negotiate well. I can imagine NYC Cherry Groove is probably a stone-faced deal closer. NYC Cherry Groove is probably, you know what? NYC Cherry Groove is probably like, what's that movie? That's one of my favorite movies. I took a drama class in college, and I think the actor was Alec Baldwin. And Glengarry Glen Ross, Coffees for Closers Only. That's NYC Cherry Groove. Killer. That's him. That's the guy I want. Cosmo says 3 more subs to 200. Oh, thank you everybody for subscribing. That's awesome. Wow, that's crazy. NYC Cherry Groove, close, close, close. Yeah, JL, a lot of people are just paying cash for real estate. It's nuts. Post a link for NYC. Yeah, NYC Cherry Groove if you want. Post it. Post it. It's always good to make, you know, contacts with people that are in different industries that you're not familiar with. So I'm not a real estate guy. So that's, I could definitely learn a lot from somebody who has experience in real estate.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
I saw skateboarding and recording.
Yeah. What's going on?
Oh, I think the dancing is good.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Hey, man, I dance.
Oh, you dance? Nice.
You got me on Instagram at _bando. Gotta get
Underscore
it.
Bando?
Gotta get it.
Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat so they can see.
Okay.
Hold on, we'll put it in the chat. So everybody, this is Dancer here. And he's going to put in his, what is it, Instagram in the chat, right?
Yes. I'm gonna go get a band.
Here, I'll type it in.
All right, G-O-G.
Okay. G-O-G?
G-O-G.
Is it capital?
Yeah.
Okay. G-O-G?
G-A-T.
G-O-G-G-A-T?
G-A-T.
Okay.
T-A.
TA?
Space bingo.
Space BANDA?
Bingo.
BANDO. Cool. I'll tell him to follow you. So everybody, follow him. He's a dancer in Times Square.
Word.
Nice. But yeah, they'll follow you, and they like to see all that stuff. So
Word.
they're gonna follow you, man. Yeah, he's a dancer in Times Square. He's very talented. He's a good guy. So please follow our friend here.
Gangster.
All right, man. We'll see you later.
Yo, God.
Hey, God bless, man. See you later.
Brother, stay healthy.
I know. You too, pal. Thanks, man. Mark says I should be able to sell my house really quick. I have 10 people interested. Wow, Mark, that's crazy. I didn't even put it up for sale. Jeez. You should definitely, Mark, do you think you could sell it for like 10% or 20% over ask? I mean, it's definitely probably a seller's market. I don't know. But then again, if you're right on the water in New Jersey, during the summertime, it must be beautiful. Mark Davis says I saw him on Fernando's and Super Friends stream not too long ago. Yeah, I think he's a dancer. He looks, I think he was like, I think he was high. But yeah, if you guys want to follow him, I think he does dancing in Times Square. So if you want to check that out, or if you're interested in dancing, definitely check out our pal. NYC Cherry Goose says, Tom, what am I posting? I don't know. I think Andre said post your real estate like email if anybody wants to buy something. But yeah, if you have an email, I mean, if the time comes that I want to purchase something in Manhattan, I'll definitely come to you. So guys, my phone is on 10%, so the battery may die. But I do appreciate everybody coming. NYC Cherry Groove, understood. All right, everyone. We may call it a night here. All right, everyone, we're gonna call it a night. I appreciate everybody. Mark, thank you for joining. Sunshine, New York, thank you so much. Zappa Allen, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. Lena, take it easy. Good night. Out and about. Always good to have you here. Sunshine after rain. Everybody have a great week. It's Monday tomorrow. So hope you have a very productive Monday. Very positive week. Michael DaCosta, have a good one. Lupe, have a good one, man. Oh, Tech NYC, have a good one. No problem. Out and about, good night. Lena, good night. Andre, good night. Everybody, have a safe one. Lupe. Thanks again for watching. Always good to have you here, Lupe. Mark, good luck with your house in New Jersey, my friend. I think whatever you do, you're going to make the right choice. I think you're going to do well. NYC Cherry Groove, thank you so much. Andre, as always, thank you. Mark Davis, thank you so much. Ibrahim, take it easy, my friend. Have a good day. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing. Super Beast 001, thank you for subscribing. No way, Lupe, that's crazy. You could see me skating by the Earth Cam? No way. That's sick. I want to see that. That's awesome. Well, thank you for all the new subscribers, everybody who's watching the channel. I appreciate it. I wish you guys the best this week. Everybody be safe out there. ATKB, always good having you in the chat. JD, have a good one. Fernando, have a good one. Congratulations again, Fernando. Sunshine, New York. NYC Cherry Groove. Have a good night. Out and About says get an Instagram page. I know I have to. I don't have one. But everybody, check out everybody in the chat that's a content creator. So Fernando, please check out his channel, Super Friends in the City. Check out our friend Out and About from Toronto. Check out Cosmo Scary. Check out Reels, who does live streaming in Vegas. Our friend Reels. And I will see everybody later.